Hello again. After my quite frankly disappointing attempt at repairing this little professor in my last video, I'm now going to try again. So once again, there was some really helpful comments on my previous video where I attempted to fix this little professor and made a complete mess of it. So I'd just like to thank, I think it was Coral Bear, again, for giving me some good feedback, and also there's a guy, I think his name was Vince something, or Marmite Vince, I can't remember. Just joking, Vince. Who suggested I could use some, I think he said slug tape or some copper tape of some description to put the tracks back in. So I'm going to try that because, like I said, I've got nothing to lose. So I'm going to give it a go. Whether it'll work or not, I've got absolutely no idea at this point, but I'm going to give it my best and we'll see how we get on. So I'm obviously not going to bother filming, taking it apart. You saw me struggle with that last time. Jesus Christ. I'll just get it back to the point where the board's out, the ribbon board, and then I'll take it from there. So there we go. We're back to where I left it. It doesn't actually look that bad from, because I'm not using the microscope. If we do zoom in, you can see there's a hole here where I burnt through the board, and then also here. Now they're not actually that big. In my mind, I actually thought it was worse than it is. But again, I think it's because I was using a microscope and it just, blows everything up and makes it look worse. So the suggestion from Vince was to use copper tape. Now, again, it's something that I've not done before, but I'm willing to give it a go. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to try and fill in this hole. I say fill in. What I'll probably end up doing is putting some Kapton tape behind it just to give it a bit of strength. And also on this bit here, just some Kapton tape running along the back. Sort of along here and here. And I'm hoping that will make it a little bit stronger. And then on this side, I can fashion some copper tape, sort of the same width and length as the tracks that were there, and position them here. I mean, in theory, that sounds like it would work. If I make sure that they're stuck here and that they're soldered to these pins, I mean, like I say, it sounds easy, but it's something, again, I've never done before. So let's get the blue mat out and let's get everything ready. Okay, so these are the ingredients. I bought myself some leaded solder because I feel like I should have had that a long time ago because it obviously melts at a much lower temperature, which, working on this incredibly thin board, is probably something that I do need. I've got the Kapton tape for bodge repairing the holes, scissors to cut it, obviously, copper tape, and then some flux and IPA. Okay, so you can see that the hole is now, well, it's got Kapton tape behind it, and it's just running across the back there and there. Looks a little bit neater, and hopefully it's a little bit stronger to accept the copper tape. I'm just going to clean the area with isopropyl alcohol. I'm just going to crudely measure out the rough length of the copper tape that I'm going to need. Can always trim some off later. Right, those are the two pieces of copper I'm going to be using. Obviously that's that's not to scale. I will be cutting those down. I'm going to get my microscope set up, and then I can have a real close look at this and should be able to work out how to do it, hopefully. Welcome back to the mess. There we go. And then that bit there. So just need to measure out the copper tape. So I do need to cut the copper tape at a slight dog leg to follow the tracks on the board. Now it's these first two here and here that I'm concentrating on. So I've got a bit of room to play with because there's obviously nothing else. There's nothing here on this third one, it's just a ground. So I've got, I mean, it looks like loads of room here, but I just need to make sure that they're positioned correctly here and here. That's probably the most important part. So I'm going to try and cut these. I'm going to do it off camera because I need to do it really close up just to make sure they get it accurate. And then I'll position them on the board and see how they look. Okay, so these are the two pieces that I've just cut out of the copper tape. I'm not sure whether I've done enough of a dog leg on them, but I'll position them on the board and just see what they look like. Fiddly. Not a million miles out. It's really hard to get them in the right position, but they look they look all right. I think I probably only know by trying to stick them on. So I'm going to attempt to stick them at this end first because this is the most important. This is what needs to make the contact with the LCD. So I'm going to start with this one. Okay, wow, I think that actually might be okay. It's really hard to tell at this stage. But obviously I'm going to try and solder this here so that makes a good connection. That feels pretty solid up there. Time will tell. Right, let's try and do the other one. Okay. I mean, they look like they're kind of in the right place to me. They don't look like they're touching each other. Maybe there. No, I think they're okay. Wow, okay. Right, I'm very nervous about doing this after last time, but here goes. I'm going to add some flux. I don't really know what temperature leaded solder melts at. So I've got my iron set to 220 and I'm hoping that will be okay. So I can try and do less damage to the board this time. Yeah, the first one's on, the second one isn't. Just a bit worried about them bridging, but a tiny bit more flux. I can't tell whether that's connected or not. No, it's not. I think it's on, but I think it might actually be touching the one next to it. Not wrong again. I'll check it with the multimeter and we can be sure. I think that's proof that it is. Well, that looks better. Oh, bridge is gone. and nothing between there and there. Let's just see if we've got continuity from the leg up to the top. Yes, we do. And from this leg up to the top. Yes, we do. Excellent. Wow. Surprised myself there. I'm well happy with that. Well, it still might not work, but at least at least I've given it a go. I've not actually got any solder mask. I have bought some, but it still hasn't arrived. I think it's coming from China or something. It seems to be taking forever. I've got some peelable solder masks, some pink stuff, but I don't think it's the right thing to use. So what I might just do is just put some Kapton tape across. I'll just put some Kapton tape across it and just make it a bit more sturdy. Okay, I'm quite pleased with that. Right, let's try putting it back together and let's see if it works. Yeah, I'm not convinced by this. Okay. Batteries time. Where are they? Oh. Well, it's doing something. On. And that looks like 9 plus 9. It's still very faint, but if I type in... See, I just typed in 18 there, and it didn't like it. I'm guessing that's it. That is the right answer, right? But it's still not really making much sense. That kind of looks like 9 plus 2, so let's try 11. No. So when you press different buttons, so if I'm pressing turn it off, it goes off, press on, it comes on. Let's just zoom out a bit. So if I press this button, it kind of changes the sums. But it's obviously still not right. But I don't know what else to do. Because as far as I can tell now, all of those tracks are good. Whether the ones that I've just soldered on are good enough, I don't know. But it's definitely doing something different than it was last time I tried it. So I'll persevere. I'll crack it open again and just have another look and see if I can maybe reseat something. I don't know, but I'll come back to this if I do find anything out. Oh my god, it's working. Oh my god. Check this out. On. Look at that. 9 plus 1. 10. Yes. 1 plus 4, 5. Yes. 4 plus 9, 13. Of course it is. 2 plus 6, 8. 6 plus 7, 13. Boom! 5 correct. Right. This is now 100% working. In a nutshell, I've taken this thing apart and put it back together probably about 8 times. And I've reseated the LCD each time. And on the 9th attempt, or the 8th attempt, whichever one it was, it's now working. And it's working correctly. So if we change this, that makes the sums harder. So look at that, 129 plus 65. So that's 194. Correct. 88 plus 83 is that? So that's 171. Oh, hang on. 171. Boom. Is that 136 plus 37? 173? Boom. Okay, well, I won't bore you with all of those, but it's working. It's working 100%. So I am absolutely made up with that. I genuinely didn't think that I'd be able to get it working. So I'm, like I say, I'm ecstatic, as you can tell. So I'd just like to thank the comments that I got on my previous video, in particular the excellent suggestion from Vince, because it's worked, which is why he's such a legend, because he can think of things like that. I would never have thought of that. So really appreciate the help. Thank you. So I was going to clean this up, but it doesn't really need it. It's in really good condition as it is. So I'm happy with how it is. You know, there's no scratches on it. It's great. I love it. I love it. Right, well that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more Can I Fix It and how-to videos. Much appreciate everyone watching. Thank you.